Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, the 23rd of October, 2024. It's 1 p.m. here in the UK. Welcome to the Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I am player of games. But it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is more real racing free. So what I'll do is I'll get on and share my iPad screen. And let's get some audio on the case. Okay, so before I sort of crack on with some of the races, what I wanted to highlight is when I completed yesterday on the weekly time trial, I was on the cusp of being in Group C. Now, I've not actually made an improvement on my time, but I think I've said this a few times in chats in streams previously, and that is typically on day one of a weekly trial, you get all your regular players playing. So typically they tend to set really good times, and then during the week, the more casual player who probably can't set as good a time, quite possibly because they haven't got as well an upgraded car as possible, carry out the weekly time trial. And what group you're in isn't based on your time, it's based on what percentage you fall into. So if you're in the top 5%, you end up in Group C. So all that's happened is so many people have set a time, not as good as mine, increase the overall numbers, and that's just pushed me up into Group C. I am only just into Group C, but I am. So again, it looks good for me achieving 50 gold. Not a similar things happened on the other time stream this week. I'm still in E, and only just in E as well. So probably a bit of work to be had there if I want to move that up. But yeah, that's where I am at the moment. So as there isn't a great deal of events that I want to do at this moment in time, my focus this week is getting the goal as high as possible, because I'm aware there's going to be quite a few cars with discounted upgrades available this next week. So there's an opportunity of purchasing some significant upgrades on a number of cars and not just two. But that is something that I will go through next Tuesday when that list of available cars hopefully comes out. So today, what I'm going to be focusing on is making sure I get the gold in this game above 900. Now, I had a little bit of a faux pas this morning. So my plan was to do the first race of the day, and because it was a 70% fame. But unfortunately, I literally had a brain fart, and I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just do a couple of time trials just to see if I can improve that thing. And forgotten the first race, you get 70% fame. So I'd lost that. But what I have done, because I'm still going to do the Porsche 919 hybrid race in the Endurance Legends, specifically in the Le Mans, which is 10 laps. I'm going to. I've applied an agent, so I'll hopefully, if I come first, I'll get double the fame, and that should push me up at fame level. Now, normally Le Mans is boring. Yeah, going around 10 laps is boring. It takes about half an hour. The interest here is the fact that I'm sort of like trying to crack using the car with traction control off. I do find on a lap by lap basis that does improve the overall time per lap of the car. Whereas typically I was doing a lap with this car in 1:46. I'm now doing it in 1:45 and only just 1:45. So there's going to be a couple of things I'm going to intend to do here. One is I'm going to win the race as cleanly as possible. So I'm going to hold back and slowly but surely overtake the cars in front. So there's a little bit of interest there. It's not a case I'm going to be leading the pack from lap one, although there is a possibility that might still occur. But the real interest is seeing if I can set a fastest lap below 1:45 with this car around Le Mans, which at this moment in time I've never done, as far as I'm aware. I think I've done it like there's a 2015 919 hybrid. That's a lot quicker. I'm sure I've done that car in about 2 minutes 41. But this car, up until recently, not gone faster than 2:46. Then with turning off traction, I've got down to 2:45. I'm going to see if I can get below 2:44. Not guaranteed, but let's give it a go. So let's get racing. Now, obviously, I won't set that fastest lap on lap one because it's a start from a stop position. But all I'm going to do is just hold back. And the reason why I'm holding back is because it's very easy to get damage in this game. And as soon as you get a bit of damage, that does... Oops. I mean, I might have already lost it. That does reduce your overall performance. So I'm just staying back. I'm just taking my time. I've got 10 laps. My car will be faster than everybody else's. I don't need to worry too much about getting to lap one, getting to first position on lap one. I'm more concerned about staying out of trouble. Now, I don't think I've caused too much damage to my car, so I don't think I've impacted the overall performance, but we'll know straight away on lap two. So I'm only up to 15, but I'm not at all worried about that. I know I can overtake 2 cars per lap, relatively straightforward, and I'm sure I'll get more cars before the end of the lap. I'm already up to 14. Now, I said I'd keep it clean from the point of view of not hitting cars. I'll do my very best as well not to go off track. Just at this moment in time, I want to stay out of the way and not cause any damage to my car. So potentially with 9 laps to go, I've got 12 cars to overtake. There we go. 10 cars to overtake, 9 laps to do it in. And also here, I'm not going to fly down. I'm going to try and keep to the track course. Right, here we go. First lap. Now, while I'm overtaking these cars, I probably won't set a particular fast lap because overtaking cars usually means going off the racing line. And even if it's only just for a second, it's going to cause problems and just slow you down. So like like there, that will have cost me quite significantly. It's only showing I'm going up to 2, 3, 4 miles per hour there, but if the car is completely healthy, and I'm not sure yet, I would have been able to get up to 2, 3, 6. My first sector time was 57 seconds. Now I know that's about 3 seconds slower than what I can do. The next sector break, I typically do about a 1:49. Hopefully that's just a minor blemish, but we'll see. Here we go, 1:49. So I'm in the 150s, 151, 152. Yeah. Technically speaking, at the moment, I'm 3 seconds off the pace. So I'm looking at around a 1:48 with this lap. Now, I've only got 6 cars to overtake with 8 laps to go. So I reckon that's okay. I'm on target still to win, despite the fact I'm nowhere near first, in my humble opinion. But it is a slow lap. There's actually a 250. Like now it's a case of, on this third lap, have I damaged my car already? Or can I really start to challenge that 244? Okay, so I've lost it there and there. So no, oh, and I've gone back. Yeah, I was pushing just a bit too hard there. So can I hit a top speed of 236? Is the next question. The answer to that is no. Not looking good. But I am up to 5th. I've got 4 cars to overtake with 7 laps after this lap still to go. And I can see 4th and 3rd ahead. But I really do need to go faster if I'm going to catch first. Mr. Ali, the mystery guy, says hi. Hi, welcome back. He says, I'm back. Indeed you are, sir. Welcome back. Good to have you here. Right, I reckon I can take both of these cars before the end of the lap, potentially leaving me with free space ahead. So that will give me an indication how this car is doing if I have damaged it and buggered up that top speed. There we go. One car done. I got the other car here. And now I need to be perfect with this lap. Two cars to overtake, 7 laps to do it in. I'm still only setting 250s though, so it's quite disappointing in terms of the times. And I think I can just see second. Now I did lose it a bit there, but I'm not overly worried. There we are. There's second. In fact, I think that second and first are there. Okay. So can I get up to 236 is the question, or have I damaged my car? I think I've damaged my car. That's a shame. So I'm only getting to 231. So I'm not going to set a 244. But again, that just shows how key it is not to hit other cars. It has a massive impact on how fast you can go. That being said, even though I've not got a particularly high performance now, it's still enough to catch second and first. So I guess if I can't do 244, which doesn't look likely to me, it's how quicker than 250 can I get? And maybe I'll do that as another challenge tomorrow. Mr. Ali, the mystery guy, says, how are you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. I hope you are doing very well as well. And he's put, is this Le Mans track? Le Mans track? Yes, it is. It's a long one. But I'm trying to keep the interest by setting a fastest lap, which I don't think I'm going to do, and not just go past everyone right at the beginning. So they are holding their own second and first, but I am slowly catching them. There we go. I can see both cars just in the distance. There we go. So I've done a lot better than 250. That's a 247, but that's no better than what I used to be able to do. But unfortunately, it does look like I've picked up some damage. So my top speed isn't as good as it should be. But let's see if I can go in even faster. So I have got first. So on lap 5, I've got first. But I can't reach that magic top speed of 236. Sector time is a 55. As I said, when I'm hitting the low 245s, that should have been a 54. Mr. Ali, the event guy, asks, is this an event? No, what it is, I'm trying to make sure that I go up a fame level. So the car's a long race, so it's 10 laps. So if you get first, you get quite a bit of fame. And I've got an agent on, so I'm going to get double fame. So fingers crossed, I'll go up a fame level if I win this event. And if I do, that should mean I get an additional 66 gold added to my tally. So my goal for this stream is to try and get over 900 gold in total. And if you've been watching my streams for a bit, which I know you have, you'll remember I was at one point below 50 gold. So that's how you can turn things around in this game. All it takes is time and effort. And just a tiny bit of skill. Tiny. Just a little bit. So this is definitely a better lap. But it's still not much better overall. It was even slower, 2:48. Yeah, it looks like I've got a bit of damage, unfortunately, on this car. That's a shame. There we go. Got through that okay. Am I still not getting any better than 2:31 by the end of this straight? So Mr. Ali the Mystery Guy says, I want to play 2. How to get in? So if you go to Endurance Legends, which is in it's in the Legends section. It's one of the tiers in there, and it's just a case of whether or not you've got any other LMPs in that series, or indeed if any. And obviously, if you haven't, you won't have opened that particular series yet. So normally at the end of Sector 2, my time would have been, I think it's a 1:49. All right, so it's a 1:49.7 there. So that is a bit on the slow side. I think I've been doing it in a 1:49.3. But this looks like being a much better lap overall, potentially. But I'm not going to get down to 2:44. I probably won't even get 2:45 today, which is a shame. Oh, there we go. Lost it a bit there. But still in the hunt to improve my lap time. .47.4. That's actually 2 seconds off my personal best, and a bit more. 2.35 seconds off my personal best. But I'm in the lead. I'm 500 yards ahead. I'm doing okay. I'm just not doing brilliantly. Can't get past that 2:31 though. My car has definitely picked up a bit too much damage. But I am hitting the 54s, 54.874, and I think typically I've been hit when I'm doing those low 145s. It's been about 54.2. I think it has been. So I've done enough to win. I haven't done enough to set a fast lap though. Now, am I going to be in the 149s again? Yeah, it's about spot on. Yeah. So today, this looks to be as fast as I can go. So I might give this another go in another stream, possibly, because I really would like to try and hit a 244 with this car, specifically, obviously, round Le Mans. But doing these sort of events is a good way of earning some decent fame, and then over a period of time, you boost your fame up a level and get some serious gold. Yeah, so I'm not doing any better than 2 minutes 47. I mean, that was a 2 minute 47.529. Not to worry. These things happen. Oh dear, I've completely messed that up. See, this is what you get with me. Real racing from the point of view, I mess up all the time. But then hopefully I'm showing just how you can improve. It is a case of trial and error. So now it's only going up to 230. But in fairness, that's because I obviously smashed the car at the beginning of that straight. So they are 56 seconds, the first sector there. A little bit slower, considerably slower. But the pain will be over in about 4 laps' time, so that's all right. I'm not ahead by much. Don't think... I can't see him in the mirrors, but it's not a massive amount of a lead. So I need to keep on it. So 800 yards ahead. I've set a 150, whereas I should be setting a 149. So, I mean, that does suggest I've pulled a bit of time back there. There we go. Okay. Two more laps to go after this. And that was a 149, a 249 rather. I was definitely better through that section. .57. That's probably as fast as I can go with this car today, at the very least. with the damage that unfortunately I've sustained. So a 247 just seemed to be as good as I'm going to get. So that was a 149.512. So that middle section, the car doesn't seem to be struggling quite as much, possibly because the straights aren't quite as long. So not hitting the top speed is having less of an impact there. Lost it a bit there, though. That's a shame. Final lap, 247.2, almost in the 246s. Would have probably got in there if I'd have if I had not have skidded. Lee Marvin says hi. Welcome, Lee. Welcome back. Thanks for joining. In regards to Mr. Ali, the mystery guy's comment, once I've finished this race, I'll show you on screen. I think it's possible. Let me I'll see if I can show you on the iPad. I'm a bit slower though this time round, so I don't think I'm going to be setting any fastest laps, which is a shame. But that seemed to go by pretty quickly, so it's definitely worth doing in terms of upping your gold, because obviously it ups your fame. So you do one of these on a daily basis or every other day, you'll definitely go up a fame per week. Maximize it by getting, when you've got a free agent, putting a free agent on. And if you win, you get double the fame then. And again, in fairness, one of the reasons why I'm doing this is at the moment my M dollars is at almost 5 million. So you can't earn beyond 5 million. So on a daily basis, your limit is 250,000 M dollars. But then in terms of totals, you can't earn more than 5 million. Okay, so no lap record set there, I'm afraid. And so the question is, have I done enough to take the fame to a next level, or am I going to just fall short? Obviously got more R dollars there because, short of R dollars, here we go. Oh, we have gone up. Look at that. So that means I've earned 66 gold. I'm now at level 582. That's put my overall gold total at 926. So if you've been watching over the last few streams, I've been saying I reckon I can hit 1,000 gold by the end of this week. So that keeps me on target. So I will need to just service this car, which is fine. There we go. Now, what made that possible? I think I would have done it with the 70%, but obviously I messed that up this morning because effectively the daily reward was a 70% fame on your first race. So doing that with an agent should have blown that out the water, but there we go. Right. Let me just bear with me 1 second. Let me just have a look at this. So I'm just doing something off screen because I'm not entirely sure where I need to be. So let me just have a quick. Oh, right. Okay. So Mr. Ali, the mystery guy, has asked. Let me just share my screen again. Do you know I can add you as a friend? So I've just gone into friends, and if you click invite, it looks like you can only do it on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, I'm afraid. So I'm not sure there's another way of doing it. Yeah, it does look as if that's the only way to do it. No. Yeah, so sorry about that. It doesn't look like it's possible. So, 40 minutes into the stream, I've got my first race out the way. I have gone up a fame level, and therefore I've earned additional 66 gold. I'm in the 900s now. Hopefully be in a good position come next week, because there will be hopefully quite a few cars with quite a few discounts on upgrades. So definitely worth hoarding the gold for this week to then spend it next week. Right. So one of the things I said I would revisit is Revving in retro. So I did have a look at this car. So this car is obviously clearly faster in a straight, but it's absolutely terrible round the corners. And I think that's to do with the tyres. If you look at the tyres, its grip's quite low. Whereas the Mercedes-Benz, even though its PR is lower, its grip is a lot higher than the Jags. But I'll have another go with this, and let's see if we can. Let's see if I can do it. So I'm actually up, which is a surprise to me. Okay, I'm well up now. Now the key is keeping it on. What a difference a day makes. Come on. I'm 2 seconds ahead. Surely this isn't of my fastest time. I can't believe it. Oh, I don't think it is. I think it's of the Jaguar that I did this morning. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I bet that's what it is, you know. I was getting so excited that I'd not somehow was just having a such better day, but I'm not. I think the ghost is the Jaguar from this morning. But never mind. So I'm probably an actual second slower than my fastest lap over. All right, 0.267. Okay, well, that's got to be worth giving it another go then, if that's the case. We'll have a couple more goes at this. I think this is all you can do on these sort of events. Just keep trying and keep improving. I'm 2.5 seconds away from the next group, which is only Group D. So overall, for me, this is quite disappointing, but there we go. I need to be half a second up to improve, just about. Okay, there we go. I've got that. Can I keep it? 0.6 seconds up. The answer is no, because I've just had a slide there. But I recovered quite well and ended up pulling into that corner quite sharply. So now I've got a second up. So this is looking like a new fastest time for me. Can I keep that up though? So I'm currently 1.1 seconds quicker, 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds quicker, which I think will mean overall I will have improved my time by about a second. Come on, let's get this corner right. I have dropped a bit now. That's still pretty good. $157, but I've actually improved by almost a second. Still not gone up a group, but I made an absolute massive dent in that gap to Group D. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all, that. I think I'll end that one there because that was a good lap, and I'm not 100% convinced I can get any better at this moment in time. But we'll have another go at that. I'm not going to do a live stream tomorrow because there isn't anything specifically to go over, but there is an event on Friday. So on Friday, the event is the hybrid horsepower. So I will do a live stream on Friday. It will be focusing on that. How I'm going to play it will be dependent on how much free servicing it gives me. I believe when you've done the event before, you're supposed to get a day of free servicing. So if I get a day of free servicing, I'll do the hybrid horsepower in 2 separate streams because I think it's 7 stages. So if that is the case, my first stream on Friday will be at 2:30. That's UK time. If, however, I've only got 3 hours to do the whole streaming, I will have to do it in one go. And if that is the case, I'll do the live stream on Friday at 1 p.m. So that'll be the determining factor whether or not I get a day's servicing or only 3 hours. So if it's a day's, the stream will be at 2:30. If it's 3 hours, the stream will start at 1 p.m. on Friday. Okay, there we go. So that's Revving in Retro TTC. And as I said, in regards to the weekly time trial, by not doing anything and having so many people race and not be able to set as good a time as I set, and my time wasn't particularly brilliant, I have slowly but surely moved up to C, into Group C, and therefore will get 50 gold. But let's see if I can consolidate that position by going a bit quicker than what I have been doing. And if I've not just knocked off a second, maybe today's a better day. Maybe I'll set an even faster time today. Let's have a look. I think the key is always this corner. I definitely feel like I'm racing a bit better today than yesterday. Yesterday I was terrible. Worse than normal. Oh, I do feel I'm doing a lot better today. So I'm going to have another go at this. So even though I'm 0.7 behind, the car feels good. Ended up being a second behind. Oh, I've already got a team. I see what you're doing there. I've already got one. So yeah. So I've just read your messages, Mr. Ali, the mystery guy. I think it was Carlos was asking about this as well. So what I might do, if you like, because I think the teams is dead anyway. So I do have a team. I can. Oof. I don't like the idea of blocking people though. That's the only thing. So I do have a team. It's called 100% Win Everything. Let me have a think about that. I think what I'll do is I'll create a new group and I'll make it private, and then I'll let you guys know in the chat when it's available. And if you give me your avatar name, I think I can then send you an invite. But I'll worry about that another day. I will make a note of it, but I'll not do that today. But leave that with me, and I'll come back to you on that one. Right, so let's just see if I can do any better on the time trial. I've got 2 more drives available, so let's give it a go. There we go. I've lost it a bit there. I'm not sure I'm going to get any faster. I think I really did set a great lap, even though I was having a bad day. I'm nowhere near faster. Yeah, I'm always a second behind. So I'm not going much quicker. One final attempt. It does look as if I got the start of that lap absolutely spot on yesterday, and I am absolutely struggling today. So I'm not going to improve on this, but we keep trying. That's the whole point. Even if you're not improving, you reflect, you look, you see where you're going wrong, and start again tomorrow on it. I mean, I'm happy that I'm now in Group C, so I'm not overly disappointed. But I'm always coming up to the lap today. I've always been a second behind my fastest time. So there we go. That's that done as well. No improvement. I'm still in Group C. I'm not overly disappointed. It doesn't look as if I can really knock too much time off, but I'm going to keep having a go. See if I can get closer again. If I've done it before, I can do it again. It's just getting into the zone sometimes with these tracks, especially with the cars that you're racing. So the next event to be released is the hybrid horsepower. Let me just do a quick look up on it because I'm sure I've already got the car, so I am sure I'm sure I've already won the event. So let me just see if I'm sure it's a 7 Series. Yeah, so it's 7 Series. So as I said, the key is going to be, if I've already done it, will I get a day's servicing? And if I do, I'll break it into doing stages 1 to 4 on Friday, stages 5 to 7 on Saturday, and I'll start the stream on Friday at 2:30. If I've got to do it within the 3 hours, I'll do it in one go, and I'll start the stream at 1 p.m. So you'll probably just need to keep a lookout to that as to whether the stream is a 1 p.m. start on Friday or a 2:30 p.m. start on Friday. Okay, there we go. Right, yeah. So that's it. So in terms of what I wanted to do, one final thing actually. One final thing. Let me share my screen again. Right. While there's a few of you watching, So this was suggested by Carlos. Carlos wanted me to race the Hennessey Venom F5. So what I'm kind of thinking of doing, I have raced this in a previous stream, but I think it would sort of be a good little exercise of if you go into the garage and do a search for Hennessey. There's only two cars. I mean, hopefully you guys have got the car. So it's the Hennessey Venom F5. You'll see there at the bottom, I've had 21 of 28 upgrades applied. If you click on in the top right hand corner, the search, it takes you to the series the car's in. I've only got one open, which is the full throttle 3-foot all, which is in Legend. If you go to the time trial for that car, why don't you give that car a race on that time trial? The fastest I've set, let me just get this, is there 1 minute 15 seconds or 15.845 seconds. I'm not the best driver. I'm sure some of you are much better. If you've got the car, see if you can go quicker than 1 minute 1 minute 15 seconds and 0.845 of a second. And in one of the streams, let me know what your Hennessey Venom F5 has been upgraded to, and put your time in the chat. So there we go. There's a little something for you to sort of like have a go at. See if you can beat. I mean, maybe some of you are challenging the guy who's first there, who's done it in 1 minute 10 seconds. As you can see, I'm 5 seconds off that. But I thought that would be something of interest. And my plan is to do one of these a week. So if you've got any cars you'd like to see me race or do a time trial in, again, feel free to comment and put something like that in the chat, and I'll make a note. If there's loads of people suggesting cars or loads of cars suggested, I'll pick one randomly, but I'll keep the others in the list, and I'll do one car per week. So hopefully that'll be a bit of fun there. Okay, so yeah, so there we go. So that's sort of brings an end to the stream today. As I said, there will be one on Friday. It will either be at 1 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. So all that it remains for me to do is to say thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for commenting. Thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you again on Friday. Thank you and goodbye.